Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Daily Crypto Forecast. I'm going to start with BTC USD as usual. Long-term view here, the weekly candles. Not a lot has happened since yesterday, of course, because these are, the long-term candles. But just a quick reminder here, we are approaching the 200-week moving average, which I have been talking about this for a very long time. And if we do break in the downsides soon, I would expect the 200-week moving average and the 50-month moving average, which are at around the same level, to really bounce the price significantly, because these are the very long-term moving averages. So the investors that are playing the really long-term game here, these are the people that are going to be buying at the 200-week moving average and the 50-month moving average. It held bottom in the previous bear market, and even if it does not hold bottom in this current bear market, even if it will be broken in the future, I would expect a real bounce here. As I have been saying, probably up to the $6,000 level to be retested as a resistance, and probably actually reject from there, but we'll take it from there when this happens. Going into the 4 hours for the shorter term, so I shared this little triangle yesterday. I said this was a tightening pattern, a continuation pattern, and we did go outside the lines, but I made very, very clear to wait for volume confirmation. We don't have volume confirmation. Yes, we did have a little spike here. We have been having little spikes here and there, but in general, the volume is still decreasing. So we don't have volume confirmation here, which means we are still tightening and we are still forming some pattern here. So far, I still think this is a neutral, continuation pattern. We will see. Maybe it turns into a bearish triangle. Maybe it'll turn into a downtrend channel, which you could make the case here actually for a downtrend channel from here. So we're forming a pattern. The pattern is being painted here right now, and until we don't have a clear breakout with clear volume confirmation, we just need to continue to adapt the lines and monitor and see what pattern is forming here. So yeah, you can make the case here for a downtrend channel, but this is not this actually is not as bearish as you might think, because it's like a bull flag like pattern actually, so it could break in the upside. For now, it's still neutral, volume decreasing, and as I said, until we don't have a clear break in a clear direction with clear volume confirmation and follow through with volume, we're still tightening and forming a pattern, so I wouldn't touch it. Moving on to NEO, and these are the daily candles for a little bit of a longer term view. We are at major support now, around $7.50. As you can see, this was the the peak of this previous bubble. So this red area, it's supposed to be choppy area. Maybe the price is going to be, stuck here. It's going to be like a sticky area a little bit, but I still expect the $2 level to be made. And I know there's a huge drop, but I mean, if we break below this red area here, you can see we have no more levels of support here, basically until all the way down to $2. And again, I know it might sound crazy, but it sounded crazy as well when I was saying on YouTube to sell your NEO at $120 or $140 up here, and people were like calling me crazy because this was the perfect dip to buy and this and that. But if you don't believe me, just do a YouTube search here, just type dope forever NEO, and you'll see here when it was bouncing from this huge crash, the price was at 116, and I said to sell at between 120 and 140. And go through the comments, you'll see no one believed it. Same for the NEO versus BTC. I said moving averages just crossed. This is probably going to correct all the way down. You can see the title, stop hoping and start shorting. So You know, it sounds crazy at the time, but same now. I'm still expecting lower prices here, rejection at moving averages, and continue lower until you have confirmations of a bottom. You know, that would be when we start closing above moving averages and start doing higher highs and higher lows. But until this doesn't happen, I'm going to continue to call for lower lows. Also, right now it's done 96 or 97% correction. If we go down to $2, that would be for a 98-99% correction, which is typical, you know, in small coins during a crypto bear market. So I find that quite probable. Moving on to the new 1 hour for the shorter term view, and again, you know, cryptos move all together, so we have a similar pattern here with BTC. So far is forming like a downtrend channel here, so I wouldn't touch it, to be honest. I mean, you could try to short on resistance and then take your profit on support, but if it was me, I would wait for a clear break of this pattern, whether it's in the upside or in the downside. So if this decides to break in the downside, your confirmation would be breaking the previous significant low right here at around 6.88. and see volume confirmation. That would be, you know, a real confirmation that we're breaking down. And for a confirmation on breaking the upside, then you would wait for this downtrend line to break in the upside and, you know, give you significant volume and follow through with volume, not just a spike and then all the way back down. No, you want to see volume increasing at least, you know, 3 candles, one higher than the previous one, and follow through and breaking this resistance here. That would be a real confirmation that we are breaking in the upside. That's all for today's forecast, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.